When Patty Lynch and I were rookies, it was a different city. Lawmakers were on your side. Judges were on your side. Prosecutors were on your side. The media was on your side. Everyone was on your side. That's not the reality we're in right now. You are under unprecedented scrutiny.
Again, points for honesty. The mayor of New York welcoming new officers at the NYPD graduation ceremony. It's no secret they joined the force with crime out of control in New York. The videos are shocking and worse by the day. Adams isn't up for re-election, but the governor of New York is. New poll shows the Republican challenger, Lee Zeldin, within 4 points of Kathy Hochul. Evidently, we put the wrong poll up. There is a poll that does indeed show that. As we move on, the system demands change when voters demand change. That's how the system changes, because the voters demand it across the country. In Portland, Oregon, they appear ready to change and demand change. This is video outside President Biden's hotel during his recent visit. The Daily Mail describes open-air drug markets and homeless encampments, which is exactly why President Biden went to Oregon. Not exactly because of the crime problem or the drug dens, but because the political problem crime causes for Democrats. And it's no more evident than in Portland. Anywhere in the country, look at Portland, that's what's happening. In Portland, there have been 89 homicides. That's up 65% from 2020. Shootings up 44%. Car thefts are now at a record high. And for the first time in 40 years, the Beaver State might elect a Republican. Christine Drazan is ahead of Tina Kotek by 3 points, hence President Biden's trip to rally the faithful. There's also some shockingly close congressional races. Republican Mike Erickson hopes to win in Oregon's newly created 6th congressional district. That's an area President Biden carried by 14 points. Candidate Erickson is with us now. Appreciate you joining, sir. Thank you. If the crime problem was not what it was in Oregon, would you even have a chance?
Absolutely. I think the people in the state are just fed up with inflation. We got the second highest gas prices in the country besides California. We're fed up with all the skyrocketing costs of living here. So then you compile that with all the criminal, the drug use, the homelessness, and all the drug problems we're having, and the rising crime rates here. Together, they're causing quite a turn here. For the voters are upset what's going on, and they want change.
Understood. What does it say to you that President Biden came out?
Well, they're looking at this race as it's, like you mentioned earlier, we're a D plus 14, D plus 15 race, and now we're up in the polls by 4 points. There's 2 other open seats also that are very close or they're ahead. So there's 3 congressional races here in Oregon that could go Republican this year, and the governor's race. So there's a lot of upset people in Oregon here. I jumped in this race because, like many Oregonians, we're all fed up with this lawlessness, skyrocketing inflation.
No, I understand. I understand all the issues at play, sir. I guess what I'm confused by here is what makes Oregon different than, say, Ohio or Wisconsin or Georgia or Pennsylvania, where the Senate races and the governor's races are quite close. In fact, in Pennsylvania, a Democrat is winning. But Oregon seems different. Is that because of the crime issue?
I think it's been well documented through all the TV channels and with the news here in Oregon. When we had 100 days of riots and protests, people are exiting the city of Portland and going out to the suburbs and working. It's just terrible. People just don't even want to go downtown Portland. It's unsafe. You've got a lot of rampant drug use. And one big problem was Measure 110, which my opponents supported. We're the only state in the country that legalized heroin, crack, cocaine, and meth. The only state in the country. It was a bad decision by a lot of our legislators to push that through. So now we're dealing with it.
To be fair, you know, the governor, for as much as they can do, can't change local laws, can't change local prosecutors. You in Congress can't do that either. What exactly would the voters be saying by electing you?
Well, the legislators could do that by a vote of 2/3 of the vote in the Oregon legislature. They could repeal Measure 110 and take away all the legal drugs in Oregon here that were passed here and pushed by a lot of the Democratic legislators. That single-handedly could change a lot of things. There are a lot of drug dealers, drug users. We become a welcome mat to all the criminals, homeless, drug users in the state of Oregon. That one law is showing you what's really going wrong with Oregon. We need to truly get our legislators and people in Congress to be champions to get the voters of this district or this state to repeal that measure.
Yeah, well, it says an awful lot that the president of the United States, a Democrat, had to come to Oregon in a state where the governor won by +6 last time around. Good to see you, sir. Check in with us, win or lose, all right?
Thank you. Well, yeah, we're doing great. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to subscribe. Click the red button to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.